What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm going to tell you how Sean O'Malley, the new bantamweight champ, you can see the photo. This is his roadmap to becoming the bantamweight GOAT, okay? Because now that he's the champ, he just took out a guy that many people were saying was the bantamweight GOAT, myself included. I can't lie to you, I thought he was the bantamweight GOAT already, but after that, now we got to look to Sean O'Malley's future as the champ, all right? So today I want to talk about some matchmaking that I would do if I was part of Sean O'Malley's team to get him to that bantamweight GOAT status. Someone asked me about this in my Discord, and I thought, why not make a video out of this and milk my fans and just pause, not like that, not the Ian Gary type of way. If you saw that Instagram video that he put out, Jesus Christ. Why not just milk my fan base for video ideas? I mean, it's a great idea. Before we get started, bro, go look at my Instagram after this video, because Bilal Muhammad literally fucking shouted me out. That's not a troll. That's literally happened, bro. So go check out my story. But let's get straight into this shit, all right? First things first, pretty obvious. Sean O'Malley should fight Marlon Vera. This is a great idea, dude, for Sean O'Malley, right? For the UFC, this is like a pretty decent idea, I guess. The UFC obviously wants it. I know all of the fans, we don't want to see this. I don't think Chito Vera deserves this whatsoever. You guys know my opinion on Chito Vera. I think he's a KO merchant. I hate the way he fights and the way that he acts after he wins as well. But, you know, it is what it is. He definitely makes sense right now more than ever, because there's some selling point to it, considering the fact that he beat Sean. He's coming off a win, right? Merab and Corey are injured. It's probably the fight that's going to happen, right? And explaining it in terms of Sean O'Malley's legacy, you're getting a free title defense, which is a good start to your career as the champ, right? Because in my opinion, I feel like he's just better than Chito everywhere. It's pretty obvious that he was going to beat Chito before that leg injury last time, and this time he should beat him again. Or he should beat him, right? And you get to avenge your only loss in your career. You get to make that loss look like a fluke, and that's really going to help your all-time standings and your legacy. So I think that makes a lot of sense, especially while the division is kind of log-jammed at the top. Like I said, Aljo is not going to fight for a while. Merab is still injured. Corey's still injured. And if Merab suddenly tries to be like, oh yeah, I'm not injured, like I can fight, blah, 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 just make him the backup for this fight in case Chito or Sean pulls out, or maybe book Merab versus Cejudo on the same card in December, because Cejudo is talking about he wants to come back and he was supposed to fight Chito. So why don't you just do Cejudo versus Merab on the December card, and then do Sean versus Chito, because then you're kind of building up whoever wins that fight. And if you're Sean O'Malley, you're kind of hoping that fucking Cejudo wins that fight, right? Next thing that I would do after you beat Marlon Vera, right, by decision probably, or maybe round 1 KO, right? Next thing I would do is a very strategic move that doesn't necessarily look like you're ducking any particular guys in the division. Rob, this is a good way to make it look like you're not ducking anybody. Here's what you do. You do the honorable thing as the champion. You give Aljamain Sterling an immediate rematch, right? You give him the Kamaru Usman treatment. You say, all right, Sterling, when you're ready to come back, you can have a title shot in the bantamweight division, all right, guys? And if anybody tries to argue it, you can be like, boys, Aljo was the champ. He had the 3 title defenses. He beat Corey, so he deserves it more than Corey. Merab, like you yourself agree that it was an early stoppage last time, so I should give him the satisfaction of fighting him again. And honestly, if you're Sean O'Malley, you're pretty confident heading into this, dude, right? Aljamain Sterling's talking about how hard this weight cut's getting. He seems pretty demoralized after that loss. Like, he literally was like, oh, bro, imagine what Volkanovski would do to me. Like, he definitely seemed pretty humbled by that finish. So if I'm Sean O'Malley, I'm pretty confident heading into this, especially if you're not injured in the second fight, because he was injured going into this first one, and he still got a flawless McGregor-esque fucking flatline KO that the UFC uploaded on YouTube, bro. They're really trying to make this guy famous, dude. They put this man's fucking knockout on YouTube for free, bruh. They fucking went street beefs mode, dude. They put the highlights up, bro. That's crazy, man. But yeah, bro, that's what I would do. I'd fight Marlon Vera, and then I would fight Aljamain Sterling in the rematch, right? And as this happens, right? So now you're at 2 title defenses. If you lose to Aljo, just fight him in the trilogy. You have a decent chance of beating him, right? Boom, problem solved. Now you're a 2-time champ. But listen, while that happens, you're praying to the gods above, to the MMA gods, that Merab and Corey Sandhagen fight each other, or that Cejudo somehow beats Merab, in the meantime, or that Corey Sandhagen can beat Merab. You don't want to fight Merab. If I'm Sean O'Malley, my plan to become bantamweight, I'm ducking the fuck out of Merab. I don't care, bro. Because even though he could beat Merab, I do think that he has a chance to beat Merab. I'm not going to lie. I did say that a couple videos ago, like a couple months ago in one of my videos. I do think he has a decent chance to beat Merab just because of his size and his power. I'm ducking the fuck out of Merab. I don't care, bro, because Merab's a bad matchup for O'Malley, bro. Right, so you're praying that Corey Sandhagen, who does have a better chance for some reason against Merab, just because he's more of a grappler, you're praying that Corey Sandhagen finishes him via cut or something, or that Henry Cejudo out wrestles him and beats him or something like that. And even if Merab wins, what you do is whoever wins out of that kind of triple threat we got going on at the top, you fight the easiest option that makes the most sense, and you try and get them to take the quickest turnaround possible, just like he did against Aljo. It was genius matchmaking by the UFC. They turned Aljo right around from, I believe it was, June? Yeah, from June to fucking, oh no, it was March. It was May, all right, I'm just saying, bro's just saying months. Turned him from May to August, straight away, basically. Aljo was like, dude, I'm injured. Turned him straight around. Do the same shit here. Try and turn these guys around within 3 months. Get them to have a tough weight cut on the way back. Make this as easy as possible for Sean O'Malley to get a title defense over probably his 3 hardest matchups in the division. And you're praying that he can get the W in this fight, because I do think he could beat Henry Cejudo. I honestly think he beats Corey Sandhagen as well. I think his toughest option is Merab, so that's why I'm saying if Merab beats Henry Cejudo and then he beats Corey Sandhagen, because Dana did say he's going to have to keep fighting top contenders, which I don't agree with, but I think that is what Dana's going to do. And if I'm Sean O'Malley, that's what I'm hoping for, right? This video is like, what should Sean O'Malley do? So you just hope that the UFC keeps throwing fucking contenders at this guy, and either he loses to Cejudo or Sterling. These are the 2 guys that have a chance to beat him, or he beats both of them, and then you're like, all right, Merab, yeah, I'll fight you. Let's fight in 2 months from now, bitch. You know what I mean? Try and just make it as terrible as possible for him. Be like, yeah, bro, I'll fight you. Yeah, dude, let's fight in fucking Arizona in 2 months, dude. What are you, scared of me, bro? Oh, you can't do that in time? Oh, you're injured? Oh, you're scared of me, bro. I'll move on. I'll fight somebody else, dude. That's kind of your hope, is that kind of trilogy works out for you in the easiest way possible. This might be where O'Malley loses the belt. I can't lie. I do think Merab will beat him for the belt. But if somehow he can beat Merab, then he's already pretty set. If he's beat just Cheeto, Sterling, doesn't have to fight Sterling a second time. I don't think he'll actually do that, but I think he should, to be honest, if he wants a free title defense, and then fight the easiest option out of this 3. And the last fight that I think is a pretty smart move on Sean O'Malley's part, if he wants to maximize his time in the division without risking it too much, because once we start taking fights like Umar Nurmagomedov and, really like low name value guys that are bad matchups for you. At least Aljamain Sterling was a decently big name at some point. Cejudo's pretty big name. Merab, he's kind of getting a bit of a name for himself. He's going to be a big name, I'm assuming, when he wins the belt, because he's going to be so dominant, I feel like. But once you start getting to these Umar Nurmagomedovs and shit like that, guys that really haven't proven anything, you're just risking it. So I think the last guy that O'Malley should fight as a bantamweight before he either moves up to featherweight and tries to fight old Max Holloway for free legacy, or maybe he moves up and fights for the belt. If Volk leaves the division and there's like an opening, if I'm O'Malley, I'm jumping up straight away, trying to get 2 belts, build as much legacy as you can. If not, one last fight at bantamweight. I think this is a good name to put on your resume that O'Malley has a decently good chance of beating just because of the styles. I think Sean O'Malley should try and fight Song Yadong, dude. I think after he gets done with his next 2 title defenses, try to get Song Yadong as early as you can. I still think right now O'Malley would beat him. I can't lie. I do think O'Malley would beat this guy. And I'm not like switching up because of the... So I gotta scratch my nuts, dude. I'm not switching up because of the Aljo win. If you go back through my videos, bro, I've been giving O'Malley credit this whole fucking time. I've been saying he's gonna be a tough matchup for Aljo. I've been saying he doesn't get enough respect as a contender. I made a whole video about how underrated he is. So I really do think that he is gonna be a problem in this division. And I think if he wants to get break the record or get to the record of title defenses with Aljo, Song Yadong is a pretty logical and good option for him. Like, it's a safer option than, like I said, chasing the grapplers of this division. Look for as many strikers as you can, right? Try and get semi-big names. If you do a fight overseas against Song Yadong or a big fight in Vegas with a Chinese kind of undercard, you know, you're going to sell some pay-per-views, dude, with Song Yadong. I think that's going to be a big fight. But all in all, bro, I'm really excited for the future of this division. That's what this video has got me thinking about, man. It's got me excited about the future of this division, bro, because with O'Malley as the champ, I feel like there's going to be so many eyeballs on this division. I feel like every title fight's going to be hype now. I feel like every contender has this new kind of hype around them. Like, I'm hyped to see Song Yadong fight Sean O'Malley. I'm hyped to see Corey Sandhagen get a title shot now. You know, I want to see Marab and O'Malley's storyline develop. I want to see the fact that I'm even like being like, yeah, we should get Cheeto in a title fight. This division has been revitalized by Sean O'Malley, dude. And I think the UFC as a whole has been revitalized by Sean O'Malley, dude. Like I said on my live reaction video, this guy's literally fucking Conor McGregor 2.0. Fuck Ian Gary, bro, all right? I just watched his post-fight interview. I guess I'll just add this on now because I'm not making a whole video about this little fucking slaphead Ian Gary. But, bro, like, I've never seen somebody so unhumble that tries to act humble. Like, he gets on the mic after the fights and he's literally cannot stop saying how special he is, how good his performances is, how amazing he is. And it's just like, you say Conor McGregor's your idol. Why don't you fucking act like Prime McGregor, dude? As for Neil Magny supposedly hitting his kids, at least those are his fucking kids, you fucking weirdo. And you know exactly what he meant and you're misconstruing it. And yeah, calling him old, bro, your wife's older than him. And last thing I'm going to say, that video with Marlon Vera is the most sus shit I've ever seen. So maybe don't try and question other men's manhood when you're in the showers, like playing touch butt with Marlon Vera. But that's just me, dude. So yeah, boys, that's my thoughts on Sean O'Malley and his future as the bantamweight champion. Let me know what you guys think down below. What should O'Malley do? Who do you want to see him fight for the belt? What did you think of the whole card on the weekend, boys? And yeah, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe for more matchmaking, more rant videos, more prediction videos, shit like that. And make sure you go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA, because legitimately Bilal Muhammad did shout me out, so go watch that video. It's actually fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, man, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Goodbye.